Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the dark side of the podcast, the live stream edition. Thank you. The podcast tries, strives, wants to be your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor, who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Madam Belle?
You know what? I'm doing okay. Clock's ticking on some of our guests before they get in trouble, though.
Yeah, I know. We we don't have a whole hell of a lot of audience, but we're about to lose some of them here. They're late. Astrovault folks are late, but they
I was told 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All
I was
right, they'll
told
be here
2
in
minutes.
2 minutes. So here at the podcast, guys, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, as we should know, as we will know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. Status quo, it's no longer acceptable. It's time for technological revolution. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to the podcast. And thank you. I have to leave part of this up for when somebody shows up. So, yeah, a little bit of a retrace today, man. Now, this is actually getting interesting, guys, because Bitcoin actually had a good day. I mean, Bitcoin is still just kind of running a little bit wild over here. So Bitcoin had a really good day, all things considered. I mean, up 1% for, you're talking about $6 billion that poured into this. So, you're talking about a lot of money. But a few of these tokens didn't run with it. The big one that matters to me, unfortunately, even though I own like none of it, but it's incredibly important to me, is Osmosis. Now, Osmosis didn't go with it at all. It sat there and hovered and bled, and it did what Osmo's always been doing, unless it's being manipulated. Now, I'm right. All right, I'm 100% correct about this. If somebody, any of the internet sleuths who like to spend a lot of time looking at my Jackal wallets would actually devote their time over to dev wallets and all that stuff over on Osmosis. I'm sure that they would see more or less the same thing. Is that this token is not running true for what it is, what it can be, what it should be, all that other good stuff. And the 90-day chart should tell you pretty much everything that you need to know about it. All of the Cosmos, all the runaways, with the exception of a few, but the bulk of the runaways happen right here. They happen because this token right there and the 180-day is even more brutal. This is the way Osmo's been running forever and ever, and then all of a sudden, at one little moment on 19 October, everything changed, and the entire ecosystem changed, and that's it. We're back. It's bull is back, baby. We don't need Bitcoin, and yeah. Everything runs on Osmosis over here, unfortunately, because everything is paired against Osmosis, unfortunately. So, obviously, someone decided enough's enough. They dumped a whole bunch of money into this thing, spiked the token, carried everything with it. That's your little ones. That's your stars. That's your Tories. That's your tokens that simply exist as a liquidity pool because as far as a product, they really don't have one. So it spiked everything. Everybody's back. We're back, baby. We're going to change the world, and yeah. But unfortunately, Bitcoin or Osmosis did not run with Bitcoin today. So everything else just kind of bled off. Now, my personal favorite, my little Jackal, sure, it got beat up. It got beat up by a couple of different tokens. It got beat up by that token right there. It got beat up by Osmo. It also got a little bit beat up by Archway. And considering these are the two major pairings of this token, and both of the other side of those tokens are both of them got their ass just kicked today. Yeah, Jackal, my one that I measure everything else against got its ass kicked today, but it's going to. There were some big sells on there too. It wasn't me. I mean, my wallets are public, so it certainly wasn't me. But there were a couple of really, really big sells that just kind of beat the hell out of it. I would feel worse. I would feel a hell of a lot worse, but Jackal is still right there Jackal is still right there in the discussion at 11%, and I don't even consider that fall off really Jackal fall off so much as Osmo and Archway and everything else that it's paired against. It's the nature of it, man. I mean, it's just absolutely the nature of it, and a really good indicator to see that is right here. That's actually great. I would love it if Astrovault actually added Osmo. If for no other reason, then I could have that chart right there so that you could see what happens when everything happens. Because this right here is what happens when those things are not running loose. So it's not that you made it.
Oh, speaking of things happening when things are running loose, we finally managed to capture our Astrovault guys.
Okay. Well, if we're in the middle of my monologue, we'll go ahead and interrupt it and tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have special guests tonight, not just one, but two Astrovaults. Astrovaulters, Bell. I'm going to call them Astrovaulters. They're here to discuss their upcoming token release. So before I finish my monologue, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the bones to my Kirk, the Jim to my Marlin, my... I knew I was going to get this out. My personal broadcasting bottom to my top. I give you Astrovault, Eric. How are you doing this evening, Eric?
And you're muted. Yay.
I don't know how many different ways.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how many different ways I could be disappointed here, dude. You come in, you're late, and then you're muted. So come on.
Oh man, yeah. Always trust the AMM with technical difficulties. That one's for sure on Ethan.
It's on somebody. See, this is why you're the bottom. You understand that, right? that actually
and
came
Ethan's
up.
trying to talk, but Ethan is also muted. So
Oh no, I'm just laughing.
okay, fair enough.
My God, all of you all disappoint me right now. I'm so very. We try so hard to keep up a high level of production here on this channel, man. But I cannot be accountable for these Astrovault animals. All right, they're in the middle of something. They're ginning it up. It's actually why we have them on here tonight so that they can do their pitch because they're looking for feedback. That's really all it is, man. Is that they are. Looking for feedback from a kind of a larger audience sampling. Now, we're not big, but we're bigger than the AMA that they had earlier. So that's kind of it. So, Eric, I'm going to forego the rest of my monologue. We'll get to money, guys. Don't you worry about it. We'll get into all of that. But, Eric, would you like to tell everybody out here what's actually coming up? What do you guys have planned? And why should we be excited about this? So go ahead, man.
Yeah, so quick sneak peek of basically behind the curtains is we're kind of sick of all of the VC deals of what everyone's being asked to do, of all the behind the scenes crap. Obviously, we need to raise money. Obviously, we have a working product, and we just kind of want to peel back the curtain, tell the people that want backroom deals with us, no, you have to go public, and we want to launch a way cooler version of a public sale that's directly on Astrovault for anybody, but first and foremost for us and for AXV to get this rolling, to get this live, and to get people engaged and talking about us.
Okay, well, carry on, dude. Look, you're big screen, man. I'm not even here. All right, go ahead and tell them what you got on your mind. And guys, everybody out there, I'm taking the screen for a second. Get your questions in, man. All right, because there's a reason that I'm supporting them, or that I'm supporting Astrovault. They don't pay me shit. As a matter of fact, they are holding a lot of my money. But there's a reason that I'm supporting this, man. Look, you got the cartel, all right? You got the Cosmos cartel. You got the people who manipulate and manage effectively everything out here. If you don't believe it, take a look at the Osmosis token itself. And we deserve, Cosmos needs an enema, man. It really, really needs an enema. And I think that Astrovault is the one that's kind of holding the tube. So I like what they're doing. I like what they're ginning up. I like that they're doing something different because we need different. All right, status quo, it literally is no longer acceptable. We've seen what the status quo does. The status quo absolutely wrecks and destroys retail investors. That's me, that's you. I don't want to trade the way I trade. I don't want to be PvP. I don't want to be Merc Capital. I don't want to go savage on all of these chains that are not prepared for the kind of volume that I'm going to move. I don't want to be that guy. I want to invest in a product that is going to actually function, that has longevity, because it's modeled correctly. Now, I happen to think that it's Astrovault. I could be wrong. Man, I've been wrong before. I had Sif Chain. So I'm certainly not infallible, man, but I'm just going to use my own personal judgment on this. I think they're doing the right thing. I think they're going about it the right way. They're going to make some money on it. Of course they are. Nobody's going to spend this kind of time and effort just gratis. It's not going to happen. So yeah, they're going to make some money on it, but I don't think they're going to make money on it by absolutely blowing out and rugging their investors. Now, I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen. That's what I'm here for. But we need a change, man. We need a change into the guard. If nothing else, right now we're in a single party system. That's what we are here in the cosmos. We are a single party system. And I just think I'm not a party politic kind of guy, but I think it's time for another voice in the chamber, and I think these guys might be it. So with that, again, Eric, I'm sorry I took some of your time, man, but don't worry. You can have all the screen time that you want. Tell them why you're different. Tell them why this is going to be different, and tell them why people should basically invest in you, because that's what you're asking for right now. You were asking for people to give you money. So tell them why that's a good idea.
One, I mean, we're a heck of an investment. We're doing some things pretty cool. Our app's already up like 100 grand in 3 months without a token live, let alone this scales, and the scale is a lot better than anybody knows. But two, we're here. We're transparent. We communicate with you, and we always will. We have for years before this. We're not going anywhere. We're just going to keep building cool shit with cool people. So if you want to be a part of something, not just have others do things for you, if you want to actually help grow the pie, if you want to actually be a part of building really cool stuff, we're going to, and we're going to make it engaging. We're going to make it fun. What we talk about with this public sale right now is like, sure, people can do bonds and like, oh, well, in 3 weeks, I get a 7% discount, or however this works out with like Olympus DAO style. Like, sure, okay, fine. That's like, you're getting a little bit of money in. It's really straightforward. That's not fun. We could do way cooler. So why not?
Okay, so go ahead and elaborate, man. What's the way cooler here, dude?
Way cooler is having multiple public sales. Every single one, you scale up the valuation, add a little bit of a vest, so the first people in for sure get the best deal. But why just stop? Like, oh, okay, it's done being filled out. Like, why stop there? You could do anything in these smart contracts. You can throw anything in there. So why not have different whitelists? Why not have random giveaways to random participants? Why not set it up so like, oh, well, if the sale doesn't finish, the very last bid gets all the rest of the tokens available. Like, why not? Like, anyone could be the last bid. Anybody can push the timer a little bit further. Like, oh, you mean I could participate in a seed round deal for $100, and in doing so, like, win 30 grand? Well, if you don't, like, if you take that bid, if you don't, then it means somebody else bought in too, and it means they're helping fill a raise, which helps whoever needs to launch. It helps these teams raise more money. But then say it gets close, like, oh, well, it's probably going to fill anyways. Like, I've already put a lot of money in. Well, if you fill the round, then the first 10% of people who got in during the whitelist, well, if the round completely fills, then they get a bonus 10%. So now they want to make sure it closes at the end. But all of this gamification, all of these bonuses and everything are helping teams raise money. That's fun. That's tweetable. That's interactive. That's engaging. And who knows what's going to be included for all of these participants.
And that's great, dude. We're sharing the screen now, Eric, me and you. And, you know, me and you have lots of conversations. There are lots of conversations that we have between the two of us here. I think it's neat because I'm tired of VCs. But I'll tell you what, you keep saying you're going to turn down VC money. I will give you $1 million right now at a $5 million valuation. I want the team token vested for 36 months. I want no vest, no cliff on my tokens, and we do everything my way. I'll give you $1 million right now.
Nope.
We've
been offered similar. No.
Is it a trust thing? You don't trust me? Is that what you're saying?
I know. What I'm saying is, if you'd give me $1 million at a 5 million valuation,
yes,
how many real people that will actually participate, that will actually build community, that'll actually make content, would take the same deal if they had a chance? So if you want that deal, you can come and you can bid on it on the public market. If any of these big VCs want our token, by all means, it's available. But we're not going to give them the access that we're not giving you access to.
And that kind of hurts, actually, that you won't give me that. Is it a trust thing? Is that what it is? Dude, $1 million, 7 figures, right this minute. But we do it my way.
5 million valuation, we're worth a lot more than that.
Nope, but I say it's a 5 million valuation. I'll give you $1 million right now. We do everything my way. I'm your boss now. We cool with that?
Nope.
I don't understand you people anymore. I really don't. Look, what do you want from me? How much, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Tell me why it's cool. How about that? Tell me why your very first. Let's walk through the process. All right, it goes live and it's open for bidding right this second. Now, I know that you haven't completely refined this, but you have to have an idea, and I'm not letting you off the hook on this. You're going to explain this to investors. One of the biggest things, Eric, I've always had with you is that you talk over people. You talk over the heads of people. You give information that's not really necessary. It's like being at a crypto conference. Engineers talking to other engineers, accountants talking to other accountants. I want you to talk to people who are going to invest $100 damn in your DEX and tell them what it is, how it works, connect the dots here so that they want to get involved with it. Why don't you do that? And you take it away, sir.
Are you guys tired of VCs getting these special deals? And just like they get all the terms that don't even get disclosed, and then maybe it's a year, maybe it's a couple months, but then they get to dump on your head and you don't even really necessarily know when their tokens unbond. They've participated nothing. They might have a validator up that doesn't even vote, but has a strong commission that they like. Well, we know how things have been run, and it's not fun and it's not fair. And why should they get all of these special perks? What are they actually contributing? And what are they demanding behind the scenes that doesn't get disclosed? What we're saying is we don't want that either. You guys don't want that. We don't want that. We want to build something that's going to last, and we don't want Scott back here pulling all the strings. So if you've already LP'd and you've already traded and you've already used Astrovault, thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for giving us your business. Thank you for engaging. You guys get the very, very, very first shot. This very first public sale, the lowest valuation we're going to sell it at before it goes live, you guys get the whitelist. If you qualify for the airdrop, if you've already participated in Astrovault, then for the very first time it goes live, for 2 hours, only you and the other people that have used Astrovault even get a chance to purchase it. If we fill the sale, then you're going to get an even lower valuation than it's initially listed at. Then if you participate in this first sale, we'll go more. We'll try to raise even more money. We'll try to hire the team even further. And since if you participate in this first one, then you get first dibs at the second one too. But it's going to be gamified. You'll get whitelists. You might get loot boxes. Like we're going to roll out the show for this. But it's not, like we've said about monetization, it's not enough for us to do things. We need more people. We need to break free from the cartel, from the backroom deals, from whatever's going on behind the scenes or at the OsmoCon toilets. Like whatever's going on, man.
No, wait, stop. Stop with the OsmoCon toilet shit, man. That is just tweeter absolute nonsense that anything actually happened over there. Who was it that spun that shit up, man? We don't have enough problems here in the cosmos as far as communication and actually messaging correctly, that what we have to do is gin up something like this. Eric, do you have information about what happened to the OsmoCon toilets? Do you actually have any of that?
I don't know anything.
There you go. Do you know something or not? And I just blew up your dissenter pool again, dude. That's what I do, man. You guys aren't prepared for somebody like me. I've been telling you that forever. Okay. 60 seconds, Eric. You get one more 60 seconds. We're going to come back to this, man, because, all right, I want some questions and I want people engaged in this because I think this is pretty cool. So 60 seconds, and then we're going to go to a live ream. Ethan, do I have you? Are you here? Are you muted?
Allegedly.
All you people, man. All right.
I know.
I sent a live read over to a new channel sponsor. We don't get a lot of sponsors, so Bell goes and beats the bushes for them, and we get some unusual ones. So I sent one over to Eric on Discord, and I need him to send it over to you, however you guys communicate, which I assume is Telegram. And I need you to read this for me. Can you read? You do good, right? You're going to sell this thing? You got to say something, babe. Your mainframe right now.
Can you not hear me?
It's
can you not hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3.
It's coming and going.
We got you now.
Okay.
Okay. This is what I get for trusting Eric's equipment.
All right. Look, all I need. Look, go slow. Be professional. Pretend that you're making us money because you are when you do this live read. All right, Eric. Real quick, man. 30 seconds, and we turn it over to Ethan. So go ahead, Eric.
You guys are sick of these backroom deals? As am I. Let's make everyone go public.
You're hearing the echo too, aren't you, Bell?
Yeah, you can tell they're
God,
in
you
the
guys
same
disappoint
room.
me. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, our production value is now, I recognize it. All right. We've been doing this show for a long time. It's usually very smooth. It's usually very set up. This is a new thing for us. We thought we would try it. It might be a one time, but we're going to bring it back. So, again, we don't get, we're not really, we're a monetized channel that makes nothing. All right. But I got to pay my producer something. So, the way that we pay our producers by going out and getting unusual sponsors. All right. People that just want to crack into the crypto world, but they don't really have a way in. They have it through here, through the podcast, because we're just big hordes. So telling you all about our latest our latest and greatest sponsor. We give you Astrovault Ethan. He's going to tell you all about it. Ethan, are you ready?
I am ready, Scott.
All right, man. Sell this. Go, dude.
All right. Fun with Snakes, Handling Kit Jr. All right, folks, are you ready for this? Our favorite sponsor, Tom of Tom's Bag of Broken Glass, and the very popular Doggy Dentist, has been working overtime on this one, and it is simply a treat for the entire family. Come on this journey with me, friends. It's Saturday night. The whole family is home watching Doogie Howser, MD, but what to do after the show? How about showing your faith and strength all at once with Tom's Fun with Snakes Handling Kit? Everything you need for a night of wonder and devotion in a single box. Fun for you, fun for the family. Each and every kit will include a minimum of 12 highly venomous live snakes in various makes and models, a full box of Band-Aids, and a pamphlet to Mitch and Randy's funeral parlor, where they guarantee no sex with the corpse. I mean, that might need to be negotiable, but if things go south, but really, folks, what can go wrong? Simply remove one of the semi-trained snakes from the box, start your chanting, "Hey, how are ya? Hey, how are ya? How are ya?" and dazzle and delight the whole family. When Doogie just isn't getting it done, time to pull out the big guns in the form of a highly venomous reptile. Tom aims to please, and he really aims to please with the Podcasts' coupon code, "Hit me, you big silly ass," for 14% off your entire order. Stop being a little girl, pull out the Black Mamba, and show it who's boss. And we'll be right back, folks.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fun with Snakes Handling Kit. I swear, I don't do drugs, but maybe I should, man. I could not even imagine what I could dream up with just a couple of mushrooms, man. I cannot imagine what I would actually dream up. All right, guys. As we have guests on here, and you know, I don't like to do the interviews. I like you guys to do the interviews. Going to be turning this over to the Bell, the greatest producer of all time. Bell, do we got any questions, comments, concerns, or observations for the Astrovault folks?
Well, we've got a couple of comments directed to we've got one directed to everybody who's on tonight, and then one directed to you and me, and the rest of them are generic and anybody can answer. So, yeah.
Well, serve it up.
All right. So, Toot chiming in saying daylight savings, bogus.
You know, it is that I've heard so many bad things about daylight savings time. I've heard so many jokes, so many everything about daylight savings time. But I think the best one I ever heard is it's only here in America where you could cut a foot off the end of the blanket and sew it to the other side of the blanket and think that it's different. All right, it's not. I can't stand daylight savings time. Thank you, too, for bringing that up. Round of applause. Belle, please carry on.
Makokata Streamwalker, and that this is slightly terrifying. Scott and Bella, please run for president and VP of the USA so we have a good choice. You can flip a power bottom coin to see which of you is prez.
No, I can't be president because in my youth I smoked dope. I smoked a lot of dope, and when I'm actually retired and no longer a corporate whore, which I still am, I will be high. So I want to get that out, get that right out there. I understand it's kind of okay now with today's politicians. It used to be the only thing that would wreck you in politics was a dead girl or a live boy. That was the only thing that would really destroy you in politics, man. But we've completely crossed the Rubicon on this, man. Now, I don't think there's there's no atrocity that's too much that people will say no, can't vote for him or her. We're just all kinds of cool with it. But no, man. What?
That makes me president by default, though.
Well,
no,
yeah, man.
That's a bad idea.
I would be
idea.
I would be a wonderful vice president because I don't have to drive the car. I don't have to sit in the front seat. I could sit in the back. I could have a kip. And, like 2 years later, I could wake up. Hey, are we there yet? I'd be a great vice president. I'd be fantastic. Anyway, carry on, Belle.
All right, Luke, but didn't Jackal only spike because of osmosis? Isn't it supposed to be a use case project that relies on usage?
You know what? I can answer this question perfectly for you, but you know what? We have a tokenomics expert. He's an expert. I'm going to play the rim shot, by the way. A tokenomics expert on the show right now, and Eric is going to explain to you why Jackal spikes so much based on the performance of osmosis. Eric, why don't you educate, man? This is a good time. We're an educational channel.
Osmosis is up 2x, Jackal's up 6x. But it dragged Archway up, and it's helping pull Osmosis up too. It's spiking, well, other than Decenter, way more than anything else. And
isn't that
I've heard
funny
great things about their tokenomics and sales.
Isn't that funny that it was Jackal that pulled up Archway? Isn't that absolutely amazing? We had something kind of cool, man. We haven't had a lot of volume on Jackal in a long time. I mean, a long time. It's been averaging just the low $6,000 to $8,000 a day. It really hasn't moved, and most of that was me, man, because I'm hungry for it. Go, gimme. But Jackal did almost $100,000 today. Now, Osmo pulled it down. It is what it is, guys. Look, an AMM, the way an AMM works, I take advantage of it both sides. And one of the big ways I take advantage of it is actually right over here in a very specific pool that I asked Eric to set me up. What pool am I about to show them before I click on it, Eric? What pool am I about to show them that is so advantageous to me as a Jackal holder?
Jackal USDC Noble.
Jackal USDC Noble. Now, that's that pool right there. That is that particular pool. You guys can see the total value of the pool. Now, Eric, because, again, we try to be educational, why is this pool right here that has no APR, none, why is that so advantageous to me as a Jackal holder at this very moment? Explain that, sir.
So, when ULP, you experience impermanent loss, but what does that really mean? That's really just comparing what you end up with to what you would have had if you just held the assets separately. But if you have a whole bunch of Jackal or a whole bunch of an asset, and you're like, well, I want to keep holding it, it's all going to go up, it can be really hard to sell. Like, even if it's like, oh, cool, I've got 5% of the supply of this token, and it goes way up, which obviously that would be an obscene amount of anything, but even 0.1% of a supply of a token is a ton. Like, that makes you a whale. If you do, it can be difficult to sell that much without having so much price impact. Like, even if you're on Binance or Coinbase, you're going to really be moving the price. Like, consider a $200,000 purchase of Osmo. That'd be like the same as purchasing $1,000 of deck. Like, that's going to move the price. But if you have so much and you can't really sell it in the future, but you do think it's going to go up, by LPing in a pool between the native asset and USD, then as it goes up, you're automatically kind of cashing out. Like, your liquidity, like when you entered that pool and the price has gone up since then, now you have less Jackal and you have more USDC. So you've kind of cashed out by yourself along the way as Jackal price goes up.
Yes, and for somebody who has bought this thing all the way down, all the way up and all the way down, somebody who's been in this thing since before it was a token, somebody who's been here the entire way, who was still gulping this stuff up at .022 because I know what's going to happen here. I can see the future. I'm a genius. You guys don't know it. a well-dressed genius. And we started getting some action, and the token started to do what it's going to do as products start to be developed on it. Now, I'm going to segue here. I'll come back to the money because I understand that we're an investment channel. But this just launched on Jackal today. Now, this is called Stratus. Now, what this does is provide a little line of code right here in either curl, Node, browser, Go, Python, that you can simply copy and paste into your app, whatever you happen to be building. And what you are now doing is using Jackal as a storage layer, and the pricing is sitting right there. $28 a month, 1 terabyte total storage for 300,000 total files. This is still, because this is hot storage, this is still cheaper than Amazon Web Services for 2 reasons. 1, the base price is well lower, and 2, there's no ingress or egress charges here. I get it. This is deeper stuff. We don't really care. We don't know these words. It doesn't really matter until you're an enterprise. And once you're an enterprise, all of a sudden, ingress and egress charges really, really matter. So this is something that was built out and provided by Jackal Labs. So what does this mean? This means that anybody that is looking for data storage can literally use Jackal storage right here at $28 per month per terabyte, which Amazon Web Services for a comparable product is approximately $42. So they're now competitive in the enterprise space today. Now, that's not really the nut. That is still not the thing that's going to put them over. It makes it wonderful. It makes this thing Web 2 friendly. It means you can pay with this with Google Pay. You can pay with it with any form of payment that you happen to want to use. You don't even have to know blockchain. You don't even have to know it exists to be able to utilize this service at $28 per month per terabyte. But the money that comes in is converted to Jackal because the Jackal protocol only operates on Jackal. So the more people that use this, all of a sudden there is buy pressure on Jackal that has nothing to do with speculative investors, that has nothing to do with the crypto mindset, that has people that are simply looking for data storage at $28 per month per terabyte for hot storage. And guess what, guys? Now it's here. The fact that this didn't explode, that people didn't really start rallying around this is a little bit shocking to me. It's a little bit shocking to me, guys, because this is not only big. This is huge. This is anybody that wants to use this, that is a developer, that has a product and can put a line of code in. This is it. You see that? If you were on Python, that is the entire line of code. All you got to do is plug that in, and you're off and running. So, when we talk about use case products, something like Jackal, and where I've been saying for a long, long time, you got to let it build. You got to let it develop because these are legacy world-facing products, and you've got to give them some time. I did. And all of those tokens that I bought at 0.022 are now sitting at almost 11 cents. Almost 11 cents. So it's kind of funny how it works when you actually look at this from an investment standpoint, as opposed to simply ravaging chains. Just kind of funny how that works. Anyway, Belle, please carry on.
All right. So Mike, who is also he is also Catwad Stars on Discord.
Oh, awesome. Mike, how's it going?
Yep. Why is Scott trying to screw me before I even get my airdrop? Out loud.
You know what? I'll tell you what. You're right, man. I'm derailing this. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with Astrovault tonight. Eric, I'll tell you flat out, dude, I fucking hate airdrops. I despise airdrops. I despise the community of looters that exists around airdrops that have no loyalty and are not going to support the product. I don't like it. And you and I are going to, I hope we can talk offline so you can tell me how yours is going to be different. But now's a really, really good chance for you to get in front of it. Eric, go ahead, man. Big screen, dude. It's all you.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like airdrops that are for nothing, right? Our
No,
airdrops for people that our airdrops are for people that participated. I mean, you're sitting here saying like, "Oh, I don't like putting my liquidity on this AMM and not making money for it." This is the way you're making money for it. And if we do airdrops to other communities, we're not doing them for nothing. We're only giving out rewards. We're only incentivized actions that are making our decks money. And that's going to be a motif going forward.
And that's cool, dude. You know what? We're finishing out this segment, and me and you are going to have this fight right now. I didn't bring it up on your AMM because it's your AMM. All right, that's your thing, dude. This is not my thing. No, I personally don't like airdrops to everybody in the world. I hate airdrops to people who test a product. If you're invested in it, dude, it's not that fucking hard to test. All right, you don't need to be paid to test something. All right, how busy are you? Let's get real here. So I'm fine with the airdrop that you guys have it, as long as it is supporting people that have supported you, because we are trying to build something here. I've been in this since day one, dude. All right. As soon as you went live, I had money over here, and you know it. All right. I've been supporting you guys since before, when you were an idea to the point when you launched. So if you're going to go dishing out a whole lot of airdrop tokens to people who have no vested interest in this, that are immediately going to dump those tokens in rug and are just going to blow out anything that I invested in it, I have a real problem with it. Now, are you going to be doing it different? Because you said you were. So, Eric, big screen, tell me how you're different here and how you're not going to blow up any other investment I might make with you.
Yeah, so like we said, our app's already made $100,000. I think we owe it to our early participants to airdrop to them based on their participation. You guys are the ones making us money, so you guys are owners of the protocol. But I mean, we could potentially get bootstrap liquidity from other groups and airdrop to them as well. So what if we, I don't know, went to other communities and are like, hey, why don't you guys bootstrap liquidity on Astrovault? And if you do, we'll airdrop to your stakers. And if you don't, we won't, because we're not going to give money for nothing. But we're happy to bootstrap community members. We're happy to get more people involved in Astrovault, as we need liquidity. Liquidity drives it all. So let's see who's in.
All right, and yeah, man, I'm there. Look, but you're staying vague, dude. You're trying to tiptoe through the raindrops, dude. And you're on the podcast. You know I don't allow that, right? You know I'm gonna pin you to the wall on this. All right, be very, very specific. I'm talking about, let me see, Monero Dinero. Monero Dinero is gonna come up here. He's gonna buy into you. He's gonna buy in for $500. All right, on your initial token drop, on your launch, on what we're talking about here, he's going to buy in $500 worth. Why is it in his interest to do so? Why will this work out well for him? That's the question, dude. You got to answer it, man. Sorry, dude. You're on my show. Why is that going to work out well for Monero Dinero?
So are you asking like in the token sale?
Yep.
Specifically? Yeah. So
Yep.
with the airdrops, right?
Yes.
This is centered around the airdrops. Yeah. So the way that this gains value significantly is that we need to bring in more liquidity. The more liquidity we have, the more revenue we generate, the more backs the AXV token, the more valuable it is. And not just speculatively valuable, like most assets where it's like, oh, we think it's worth this much. We actually have a treasury that backs our asset that shows that it is valuable and that does control vast sums of money, hopefully, right? So we need to activate all of the cosmos. This needs to not just be, a few people that watch Scott's channel. I love your channel and I love your audience, but we need to really activate the entire cosmos community. And I'm talking about the community, Scott, not the cartel members. So the goal is to really bring this to the Cosmos community, put it in their face, and you know what? If they don't like it, they don't accept it, then again, we don't have to give out the airdrop. We don't need to create dilution, and we're not going to where it's not at all really. But the goal again is to bring in that liquidity, drive more value to Astrovault for token holders, and really pump things up for everyone.
All right, and Ethan, you have a say in what happens here on Astrovault, right? You're a full partner, right?
Yes, sir. I'm co-founder.
Okay, I'll give you $1 million, but we do it my way.
Can't do it.
I don't understand.
I love you, Scott. I love you, Scott, but I don't know your ethics. And
my ethics,
quite frankly, I know that Eric and I are both moral individuals and that we have the best interest of our community at heart, but I can't outsource that.
Hey, trust me, bro. All right, because this is what's been happening in the cosmos for the
right?
last 3.5 goddamn years. Is a trust
We're
me,
here
bro.
to drain the swamp.
We're okay.
We're here to drain the swamp, Scott.
And I'm saying
we're going to be more successful than the Grace Commission.
I'm just saying, man, I'm the snake charmer here, dude. All right, I will get up there. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? I'm ready to go, man.
I'm with
all
you.
right, $1
I'm
million, 7 figures.
With snake, Scott.
I will transfer it right this fucking second, but we do it my way. We do whatever I say goes because, yeah, I'm like your investor now. We cool with that? We ready?
100%.
You ready for me? Okay. Hey, you guys all heard it. Obviously, Ethan didn't understand the question because they already turned me down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready for you, but I'm not taking your mill.
You know what?
I'll always be ready for you, Scott. I love you, but
People are
You know what?
killing me, man.
He also, he wrestled snakes for you there, Scott. So
You guys are all killing me here. All right, guys. Look, we're going to devote the last 20 minutes. Don't run away, all right? Because I'm pinning these guys to the wall and I'm going to explain to you again why this is a good deal for you. But before we can do that, we have to pay the bills, and Belle is going to tell you about a very, very special sponsor that we have here. So, Belle, are you ready? Are you going to get through this? You're going to be aces, right?
yeah, I'm gonna be aces. I'm a pro. Are you
All
kidding me?
All right. Professional producer Bella is going to tell you all about our latest product. Go ahead, Belle. Take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, have you had it right up to here with the BitBoy saga? Seen enough? Had enough? No, you have not. So our newest product offering from one of our favorite and only sponsors, Tom, of Tom's Bag of Broken Glass, comes the newest sensation that will be sweeping the crypto world. It's the BitBoy talking bobblehead. This one puts my Gremlins bobblehead to shame. It talks. Have you ever wanted to smack him around a bit? Now you can. And he smacks back with colorful lines such as, "I have the proof," and "I'm not afraid of you, TJ," and the classic, "I don't negotiate with terrorists." This puppy is also Bluetooth and AI ready, so it can be updated on the fly with. Cassie is in the car. My wife knows, and she's cool with it, as well as I have a gun in the back seat. Stop waiting for Twitter to tell you what you want to know. Just smack the big boy talking bobblehead and he will smack you back. Half of all proceeds will go to the BitBoy Fight the Power Fund. So you just know you are supporting the man who has done so much for crypto. Supplies are limited, so order now. And don't forget the podcast coupon code. Hit me, you big silly ass, for 12% off your order. Do it. Order now, and we'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And, it's funny, man, because I'm getting a custom BitBoy bobblehead. I paid for it, and I want it because that is just absolutely hysterical to me. All right. I'm going to turn this over to...
You need the upgrade of Carlos stole my Lambo to that, suggested by Ambido.
Oh my God, that guy was that. I'll tell you what, man. I have never seen a public execution like that guy did to himself, man. That was absolutely fantastic. All right, go on big screen here, Bell, guys. Look, man, I'm having a ball here. I'm having an absolutely wonderful time. I love having Eric. I love having Ethan. We're giving you guys some actual. I'm very excited about this entire opportunity, man. Now, look, if this is not your cup of tea. Look closer. All right. If this is not your cup of tea, you don't want to go in on something like this, then just stay out. All right. That's what I'm saying. I'm obviously going in because I believe in what they're doing here. I believe in what they're building, and it's bigger than what's happening over here in the cosmos. That's important to me, man. I want to be part of something. we started putting our videos up on Flicks, dude, and nobody is watching them. Absolutely nobody. Now, we're never really a terribly popular channel. We put up a video, I get maybe 100 views on YouTube. So I'm down to about 8 or 9 over on Flicks. Nobody will go through the effort. So I've always kind of believed that crypto investors, on average, not you guys, man, we got a different audience, but on average, people don't want to use blockchain products if they know they're blockchain products or if it's an inconvenience in any way. They simply don't want to use them. I'm hoping that you're going to see this a little bit differently. That's all I'm going to say, because I understand what they're doing here. I understand all of it. Now, again, politically, man, I'm a libertarian, so I'm all about the other voice, and this is the other voice. But if you're not comfortable with this, if they're not explaining it right, I want you to please ask questions while we have them on the stream so that they can give you clarity that you're looking for. Crypto is incredibly esoteric, and the way it's explained is incredibly esoteric. It's designed to talk over you so that you believe that Kuji is a good deal. But we got them here now, man, so please ask the questions if you have any of them. Belle, carry on, please.
All right. So new type. If you qualify for the airdrop, please tell me this isn't a geo-based decision.
Eric, you're either muted, and if you're muted again, dude, you're going to disappoint me. Jesus.
No, I was thinking of what to say. We will not geofence out the airdrop.
All right.
Now, we don't know yet about what we're doing for the public sale. We're listening to as much legal advice as we can. In general, you know that our hearts politically are very well aligned. We're very much for freedom and agency, which is why we wanted to build out DeFi instead of just exploit it. We want this to succeed. We want to build out a future that actually is possible for this. And that's exactly what we think we're doing. But at the same time, we also are pretty attached to not going to jail because, we've got kids and stuff, and our wives will be really angry at us if we do.
And, I've opened the show a lot of times with a song by the Kinks called Living on a Thin Line, and that's what you guys are doing right now. All right, because are we a security based on the offering and the way that you're doing it? So, no, you can nod. I'm right here. Belle, carry on, please.
All right. Ray for Ray 24 with a question directed to you, Scott. What's your Bitcoin prediction for the bull market?
Oh, the bull market. Bull market, the way it's used in crypto is kind of a general term. It's borderline propaganda, the way that we use it and that we throw it out. What's going to happen? The ETFs are going to go live probably sometime early first quarter. That's my opinion. All right. I don't know, but that's my opinion based on everything that we see and based on my understanding of politics. And I have a pretty good understanding of politics. I've been doing this shit for 25 years too. They're going to go live around first quarter, and they're going to spike. It's going to spike up the Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to spike a good 10, 12, 14%. And then it's going to correct because the money that you're counting on pouring into Bitcoin is not dumb money. It's controlled money. And they understand what they're getting into. So they're not simply going to pile in and allow themselves to become exit liquidity. It's not going to happen like that. I think you're going to see, if I had to guess, man, I don't know. And you did ask the question, but guys, please keep in mind, I don't do price predictions, but I want to say it's going to hover somewhere between 40 and 50. It's going to be a wild ride in there. A lot of variance, tons and tons of variance. People are going to get disappointed. People are going to get bored, and they're going to kind of carry on. But you're going to need these things live for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months before people start really understanding what the price of Bitcoin is. Because Bitcoin is a speculative investment. It is a speculative product. So we're going to need a lot of velocity of money to actually find out what this stuff is worth. Right now, we don't know. And before this, we had FTX, Celsius, Three Arrows Capital. We had tons of people that were manipulating the price of Bitcoin. We've never known what it's really worth. We've had no idea. So now we're actually going to get an opportunity to see that. I'm going to say somewhere between 40 and 50,000. It's going to hover. and people are going to realize profits, going to bounce wildly up and down, thousands of dollars. And then we'll find the right price. And once we do, we can actually, start to figure this out. So hope that answered the question. My opinion only, not financial advice. Belle, please carry on.
The Barefoot Drummer, is there still an airdrop for people who offered liquidity on Astrovault?
Absolutely, 100%. That is not going away for sure. And you will also get a whitelist. If you're one of those people, you will qualify for the whitelist for the sale. So this isn't going to some backroom VC to get the first pick. It's the people that actually participated, our actual community, the people who are here contributing. 100%.
You know what? I'm starting to take a little bit of offense at some of this because I'm a backroom VC. And every time you guys come up there and shit all over us, you understand that, look, I'm creating jobs, Ethan. All right. I provide
Fair.
work and capital for people to build the future and all that other shit. You guys keep shitting all over me. I'm a backroom VC. My God. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just busting your balls. How many times have you been live on an actual active live stream that's got a decent amount of viewers? How many times have you been up here, dude?
Me?
Yes, Ethan. I
No,
said Ethan.
I don't know. Maybe once or twice.
Okay.
Maybe?
Are you going to come back
on
and
this
join?
live stream?
Yeah.
Of course.
No. Are
don't
you going
mind
to come
the
back
bug
and
on
join
my
us?
head there.
This makes a massive total of 2 times. Let's count them. 1, 2.
2. We
There we
got to
go.
get you
2.
back, Ethan. You're fine, man. You're fun. You're animated. And I keep looking like I shock you when I start really yelling. That's just my thing, dude. That's what I do here. All right. I lose my shit. People like it. They used to rate my rants. They don't do that anymore. So, Belle, I have to up it,
No,
man.
yeah,
I have to up the value
okay,
here.
Right?
They do still rate your rants sometimes. I have to remind them to do so.
Yeah, they suck, man. I'm losing my audience. Carry on, Belle.
All right, so new type. Will we see a range-bound pool similar to Olympus DAO? In other words, will AXV have a treasury we can buy and sell AXV at a premium and discounts?
This is called dead air, Eric, and you got to be sharper than this, dude. Is this your first time on a stream? Come on.
Hey guys, I'm new here. It's a really good question. Trying to weigh this over. It is kind of similar to what we are going to be doing in this public sale, where we can then do more of these whenever we want to, and it's basically the way of the DAO turning treasury funds into cash, but not like selling. Like potentially, the DAO could even sell other layer 1 tokens this way and do public sales of whatever we want to, the same way other projects can go and they can raise this way. It's not going to be done the same way Olympus DAO does it, because let's just say that Ethan and I predicted the price of Olympus DAO going way, way, way down. If you actually look into what triggers minting of tokens and how they're double minted, it's kind of sketch. So we're not doing anything like that. There is a finite number of AXV. There is a very solid emission schedule, but what is going to the strategic reserve, what is owned by the DAO, can be sold for less to the public whenever we want to.
So you can just go ahead and sell me all the tokens I want to buy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, dude, if you want to come in with $1 million like you're saying, 100% I want you to, but you're going to have to compete with everybody else in the public sale.
I want a special deal, dude. Come on. I want a special deal, all right? I want to be wined. I want to be dined. I want all of the things that you do for VCs. And I'm not being I want my ass kissed a little bit. I'm just saying, dude. Come on, man. You know the game. You've been out there kissing. You've been up there puckering up, putting on the chapstick. You've been puckering up for how many months now? All right, it's my turn. All right, I'm just saying. Carry on, Belle.
All right, so Carl from Discord. So the Astrovault airdrop is a pre-sale instead, or did I misunderstand Eric?
No. So there will be an airdrop and then there will be a pre-sale. They're 2 separate things.
All right, so
Yep.
Mike again. Bella, do you and Scott use Telegram or Discord? How can I reach out to you? So, Mike, Eric has been trying to get Scott on Telegram for at least a couple of months now.
I ain't
But
got no
we
fucking
are-
Telegram.
We are both available on Discord, and I am on Telegram. So if you need to get a hold of us, you can definitely get a hold of us. It's really not that hard.
And in fact, I have an email that I think I've said once or twice, Scott@ThePodocasts.com, dude. We don't hide. We're right here, man. We're one of you. Belle, carry on.
All right, Luke. Where can you see Jackal's stats for storage providers and the amount of storage that's being utilized?
Oh, I'll answer this one. You go to the Jackal Discord and you simply ask, man. Look, I'm a large investor in Jackal, dude, but I have nothing to do with them. All right, they don't pay us. We have nothing to do with them. They're going to make me a lot of money. And that's why I continue to be invested in them, man. These are some of the smartest people that I think I've ever met in the industry. And yeah, I'm more than happy to come along on the ride with them. But as far as speaking for the product, I don't do that. I don't know. All right, go to Jackal, the Jackal Discord, ask questions, and I assure you that you're going to get the answer because these guys are as transparent as I am silly. So there you go. Belle, carry on, please.
Monero Dinero, speaking of, you mentioned him earlier. So how will you guys pull liquidity and market share from Osmo? Why would the normie use Astrovault versus Osmo? Also, what ticker are you guys thinking? Wasn't there an Astro that was on Luna?
Astroport. I remember Astroport. Eric, how come your Astrovault?
Yeah, so fundamentally, we're focusing on targeting the L1s. I mean, Prop 638 passed. And so layer ones want their liquidity hosted in a way that makes sense and affordably. And on osmosis, they're being told either pair against Osmo and be subject to all of that. By the way, we're never going to give you incentives. If you would like to figure things out a little bit better, then we can use concentrated liquidity, which is completely unsafe for small illiquid projects. Like, please, for the love of God, do not base things on concentrated liquidity.
Eric, I'm going to interrupt, dude. You can finish your thought. Could you imagine being in a V3 pool with like Tori right now that just took a 30% wham? I mean, just right in there. You just wave bye-bye to everything. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish your thought, dude.
Yeah. So fundamentally, layer ones and other projects need their liquidity hosted. We can offer those services, but not only do they need liquidity to exist, which they still have to come up with at least half of it, if not more, if they come and they bring it to Astrovault or Osmosis, but they also need other people to provide liquidity, not just themselves. And if you're sitting there and you're like, hey, I'm really thinking about providing liquidity. Let's see, do I LP BCNA versus USDC and get 1% APR, or do I just stake it and get 30% and have governance power and not assume any risk? So everyone's staking, nobody's liquidity providing, liquidity's going down. Well, since we have the staking rewards as the basis of the asset, plus we're earning the trading fees, it's way easier for us to ideally get the staking, the liquidity providing APR higher than that of staking, so that people will finally farm again. People will finally LP again. We just needed a sustainable way to do it.
LP is doomed right now, man. LP anything against USDC or a stable token in one way or another is absolutely doomed right now. I'm a big investor on your DEX. I am, man. I'm a good amount of your liquidity over there, but it's in two pools. Could you tell me what two pools that I am mostly in without knowing my wallets? What two pools am I mostly in?
Jackal USDC.
Yep, and
because you told us at the beginning of the show.
Well, you made the pool for me, dude. Come on.
Get wrecked.
Literally, Ethan, you created the pool for me. I said I need something paired against a stable so I can protect my investment. So you created that one. And the other one that I'm in heavier than anything else is Jackal and X-Jackal because it's a stable pool. So those are the only two I'm in because LPing over here is death. Absolute doom. It's just a matter of time. If you haven't gotten destroyed yet, you're gonna. All right, it's gonna happen, man, because anything that you're playing with over on Osmo, you're talking about a highly manipulated token right now, man. So it's just a matter of time. What I'm hoping is that Astrovault is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different because the L1s are actually invested over here with everything else that's going on, but they actually have a vested interest in what's going on their decks. They're not simply there to sell the token. They're there to actually provide a product. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping you guys are about. Now, I could be wrong. Ethan, am I wrong? You're on the screen.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so, and here's the other thing is like, so you're looking at Osmo as a token, right?
Yep.
To my knowledge, it's pretty much strictly inflationary, right?
Yep.
Okay, so all the pressure is to rewards, which means that those are probably getting sold.
Oh, it's absolute crap. Yep.
I mean, and if you look at what we're doing just at a fundamental level, AXV, which is the token that we'll be launching, will have codified buyback and burn pressure in the smart contracts, directly in the smart contracts from the way that we build our product. So that creates like a price floor on the asset that we're using, essentially. It's a counter inflationary asset as opposed to strictly inflationary, and there is a big difference. Some of the people out in DeFi, like Pancake Swap and some of these other protocols, are starting to pick up on that. They're starting to do buybacks. They're starting to do burns. They're starting to realize that we can't inflate a supply forever and hope that magic internet money solves all of our problems. You have to actually understand the economics of these things, and you have to follow best practices. And you can't do that if you don't know what they are.
All right, I'm not letting you off the hook, Ethan. This is the first time that I've gotten to talk to you right here live, and we do have some viewers. We got about 30 people watching. So
I love those 30 people.
Yeah, man. So why are you guys different? What's going to stop how are you going to stop me from farming you? This is a very important
I don't want to
question.
stop you. I don't want to stop you from farming
Okay,
me.
why
We're
is
not
it
designed that way.
How is it advantageous for you, for me to go in there, go heavy liquidity, rape all of your token, and dump them on you? Why is this a good thing
You
for
have
you?
to pay me in order to even dump it.
Okay, explain.
First off,
Elaborate.
in order to even dump it, you have to pay me. And the way that works is
Wait, Ethan.
Yes.
You're gonna get paid for Scott taking a dump?
if only. All right.
I hear Eric laughing in the background, dude. All right, Ethan. No, man.
Right.
Look, answer. How are you going to stop me?
I'm not. I don't intend to stop anyone from it. We don't need a 3,3 mentality because our asset is not strictly sell pressure. We actually have a treasury. We actually have codified buyback and burn pressure. We actually have a product, and we have a whole bunch of other things that are going to add value and wire directly into this product. If you guys thought that Astrovault is all we're building, you are sorely mistaken. Astrovault is the rock bottom bedrock of what we want to build. This is the financial infrastructure that makes everything else we want to do possible.
You got to carry on, dude. You can't let it off, man. Remember, you are talking to investors right now. You're not talking to accountants. You're not talking to tokenomics people. You are talking to investors. Why is it a good idea, and how are you going to stop me?
I don't need to stop you, Scott.
Okay.
What are you getting about this? I don't need to stop you. In fact, I would love for you to come in an LP and earn an APR because our APRs are sustainable. That's the whole point. That's literally the model, Scott. And yes. I know you know this because you're providing as much liquidity as you are.
Yes, but you guys will never fucking just say it. I'm going to make you say it right now. If I have $500,000 on your decks and I am getting AVAX for it every single day and dumping it on your ass, how is this a good thing for everybody else who is holding that token?
So again, when you sell it, you're giving a portion to the treasury, which is backing the token.
Sure.
And again, you can't have an asset that's strictly deflationary. That's what you're used to. That's what you're comparing your experience to. If everybody holds, then we're all fine kind of mentality. Realistically, that's not going to be the case ever in DeFi. And so people have to fundamentally redraw these products so that that's not the mechanic.
Can I walk through a couple scenarios for you guys?
Oh, before I lose my shit, dude, you better hurry. Go.
Yeah. So check this out. Say you're farming all these tokens and you're selling them and the price goes down. Well, it can't go to zero because we'd buy back infinite. There aren't infinite. And if it's so low, then at some point you can actually stake AXV to earn a higher APR in Atom than you can stake Atom to earn Atom and have more governance power in it. While not having the 21-day lockup. So
nope, there are stop. I'm going to stop you again, dude. It's a podcast. I can do whatever we want. I'm not going to stake them. I'm going to dump them on your ass. Every single time you give me these tokens, I'm going to dump them. Tell me how this is advantageous to everybody.
Watch this.
Okay.
If the price is so low, say LPs are earning less in APR than they would be a staking, then it means that Astrovault's literally profitable, that we're making more in revenue than we're spending in expenditure. So if you sell the price and the token price goes down and APR goes down, then the staking APR for AXV goes up, the governance power per capita goes up, and our network's actually profitable. We're designed to operate at a loss early on so that we have delayed effects and that we operate at a huge profit eventually. But if the price goes so low, we'll actually be profitable immediately because whatever you do in selling cannot affect our revenue and our income.
Nope.
So
and again,
totally fine.
Stop. I'm going to stop you right there, man. All right, I understand. You just told everybody who's going to buy that they're going to be probably eating a loss at the beginning of this. Is that what you said? This is why you're my bottom, dude. That's what I heard. That's what they heard.
We'll open up those listening ears, Scott. No, what we're saying is that the protocol. So same way I tell everyone that staking rewards for a layer 1 are expenses at the protocol level. Yes, the inflation, the emission of the AXV token is a cost, is an expense for the protocol, but we're decentralizing the expense. We're using it to incentivize liquidity, which brings us revenue. So yeah, we become a giant VC in the ecosystem where we spend money to bring in liquidity, but that liquidity builds upon itself and we own it. Eventually, we stop spending money on the liquidity. People go away with it, but we already have so much that we don't have to spend anymore to make this income. So it's designed to probably operate at a loss. But check this out. Say we go to a bunch of community pools and we bootstrap like $8 to $10 million in POL. Well, what if nobody else brings liquidity? And like, what if we start emitting tokens to our liquidity providers, but nobody else brings money in, so we're the only liquidity provider? Well, all of what's being earned by the DAO's POL is being burned. So there is no inflation. We're just making revenue and there's no inflation. There's only actually inflation if people come in to farm us to sell our token. So please, that just makes us more revenue. It gets us to that end goal that much faster. So yeah, no 3,3.
Okay,
that doesn't make sense.
I'm going big screen here, dude. You know what happens, man, when I go big screen? I'm trying to make a point. So let's pretend we're going to war game this, dude. Eric, me and you, we're going to war game this right now. I want you on the screen. I want the big smile. I want the expressions. I want everything. Let's pretend that your public launch goes, everybody invests, and that token comes out at 10 cents. I'm just picking a number, dude. You understand that. Now, me, because of my vast resources, and the fact that I can capture a gigantic amount of these tokens, and I drive that son of a bitch down to 3 cents, and you know I can do it. I want you to tell everybody on the other side of the screen right now how that is advantageous to them. This is the shit that never gets mentioned in Cosmos, and I'm giving you a chance, dude. Big screen, it's all you. I won't say shit. I want you to tell everybody how that is advantageous to them, because this is the Cosmos. This is what we've been dealing with for years. Tell me how you're different. I told you before we went live I was going to hammer you. Yeah. Eric, hammer. Go.
It means supply goes down. So if the price goes down, like, we still have the same amount that's buying back and burning our token. It's just buying more and burning more of our token. Additionally, it is this weird inverse relationship where as the price of AXV goes up, the liquidity providing APRs go up, but the staking APRs go down. As the price goes down, the liquidity providing APRs go down, but the staking APRs go up, which means as the price goes down, you actually earning more revenue for holding the token, for participating in governance and doing other things. So sure, you might be sad if you're holding it and the price went down for a while, but it is fully dynamic. And most things are designed to, like, with success only in mind, but they don't have like failure in mind. We do really good long-term if we're ever hurt short-term. If the price just goes up like immediately and stays really high forever, then it means that our inflation's actually higher, that less is being bought back and burned, that our supply is increasing at a more rapid rate. So we do need some kind of balance, but we're designed for balance. We're designed for ebbs and flows. We're designed for people buying and selling. And we have that already written off as an expense.
There's so many other things I want to say right now, man. We're over time. Hey, can I get you guys back on here Thursday so that we can continue this conversation? Now, this is important because I'm I'm not going to go at you. All right, I'm not. But you know I have the resources to do it. I want to make sure that when I am fighting against somebody else who has the same kind of resources I do, that I'm not going to get buried under your token. So we're going to continue this conversation. Now, Eric, I'm your big screen right now, man. All right. So you're telling me that you guys have cracked the code.
Yeah, I'm telling you that we can use Web3, and we are actively using Web3 to make the businesses of what we're doing so much more efficient, which is everything Web3 was supposed to be about. I'm telling you that we absolutely do. Or we're doing it right now. We're doing it live, and we're not alone. We're bringing a bunch of other people with us. If you guys take a look soon at Jackal's Tokenomics, we're familiar with them, and it shows how to scale a decentralized business, and we're going to help them. We're invested in them. You can see it on our stats page.
Oh, God, dude, you're almost daring me, man. You're almost daring me to do it. You're saying, Scott, you don't have enough money, but I do. That's a funny thing, dude.
So here's what's great is if you're worried about other people with your same size, like if they're not already liquidity providing on Astrovault, then you can buy in before they can. You can buy out the public raise with you and your friends, finish the entire first sale before they even get a chance. Then they're forced to buy at a higher valuation if you want in. You have that opportunity because you've supported us, which thank you for that. But yeah, we haven't actually even talked about the number one use case for the AXV token. But it goes way beyond just owning and sharing in this protocol-owned liquidity and the buybacks and burns. But fundamentally, it actually scales the Cosmos in a way that Cosmos has not even set up on their own yet. Better and different than IBC.
God,
So,
man,
we'll
I
get to that
swear to
another
God,
time.
every time you talk, you're daring me to do it. Belle, is he daring me to do it? Is he daring me to say, go ahead, see what you can do?
Not tonight. Not tonight. He's not. We've got 6 more questions to get through, and then.
Oh my God, we're already over time. By the way,
Period.
I do like to look good from the waist up. My buddy Guy, he's actually a gun dealer down in Texas, he said I look like the Taliban's lawyer, and when I stood up, I'm gonna do it, Belle, because I'm wearing fatigues. My shirt's a little bit long, and he said I look like the Taliban's lawyer when I wear this very ensemble. I dress from the waist up because that's all you guys see, but I'm wearing fatigues under here. All right, I am absolute white trash. Go ahead, Belle, carry on.
All right. So, Jack Sparrow, is it too late to get on the white list?
Are you
Come LP. Come hop on
waiting
Astrovault. Come bring in some Arch. Come bring in some Jackal. Come in with USDC and IST and literally just throw it in $2 coin stable pools. Like, just come participate. Come use it.
All right. So, Bud, what else is there to do on Archway other than Astrovault? Anything interesting being built?
Oh man, you better be careful here, Eric.
Yeah, so there's bonus block if you guys are familiar with that. It's kind of like Zeely.
Nope.
Do you guys know what Zeely is?
Nope.
Nope.
Yes,
engineers, dude.
I know
You never
what
heard of Zeely?
I know what
No.
Zeely is. I usually call it Zell, but yes.
No.
So no, not
What the fuck is Zell?
not Zelle, like the payment processor. Like Zeely is a platform that basically allows people to create communities and engage users to perform certain actions, usually for a reward. Bonus block is kind of like that, only they work directly on chain, so they can like sniff a contract and see if you've interacted with it, for instance, and give you rewards based on the actions that you do. I think that's a brilliant product, bonus block for sure. We'll do a lot in the future, I think, to drive traffic on and into the network. Definitely something that I would keep an eye on and engage where you can get some of those rewards. Beyond that, there are a few applications. If you go to the ecosystem page at archway.io, there is a whole slew of apps, and there's a lot more coming out. If you check out the DoraHacks quantitative funding round, there's a whole bunch of stuff being built right now. So there's a lot of stuff under development, not a whole lot that's been like really put out there publicly because it's not live yet. But there is a lot of stuff building at the moment.
Evan, and if we go, we're already stupidly long. I don't care. I'm gonna
Ethan, not Evan.
I'm sorry.
It happens a lot more than you
You
think.
know what?
It's okay.
This is my second glass, and I'm not gonna apologize for getting lit up. I'm not on call. I can do what I want. Evan, are you a coder?
HTML, brother.
Did I not say it right?
HTML, brother.
Okay. Can you make me a chat program? Can you make me a texting program on built on Archway where I can send a message through my wallet and Belle gets it in her wallet? Can you make me that?
I myself probably can't, but I might have some friends that can for sure. Have you checked
okay.
out Alter?
No, yeah, I've checked out Alter, man. That's not it for me. Can you make it, Evan? Can you make that happen?
Ethan.
Ethan.
His name is Ethan.
Shut up.
Our
Belle.
team probably could, but we have like way more interesting things that we're swamped with.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
we have like our next 3
I
projects
understand
lined
that.
up at the moment. So
I'm trying to introduce you guys to the thing that all developers seem to be missing over here, and that is actual use case products that people will pay to use. So can you build me a private chat program where I text it on this side, it goes through a wallet, and it comes out another wallet on the other side? Can you build that? Can you build it? Can it be built? Can something like that happen?
I don't see why not. Would
Okay.
depend on the chain, I would bet. There's some wiring that would have to go on at the network level.
Okay.
But,
Could you do it on Archway?
It's possible. Theoretically, yeah.
Then where is it? Then where is it? How about this? How about that? I'm trying to help right now, by the way, because you're looking at something from an investor's standpoint. And an investor's standpoint is looking for a product. It is an app that they can put on their phone that people pay to use. This is really, really simple, and a lot of people seem to be missing this. How about a video chat program that goes wallet to wallet? Because you're talking about the ultimate privacy that goes wallet to wallet in a video chat program. Can you build that? Can that happen over on Archway somewhere?
I don't see why not. I think virtually anything can be built on Archway. I would suggest that you probably would have to use an additional solution like Lit Protocol or some of those like more interesting middleware solutions to provide the privacy for something like that. Just because Archway is in fact a public network, and you know how that works. So
I do.
Yeah, so I would think that there would have to be a middleware solution involved for the privacy aspect, but I don't see any reason why it couldn't be built.
Okay, then where is it? That seems to
I
be.
don't know.
I'm sorry,
Build it,
man.
Scott. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's your dream, brother.
I'm building
We're
a
out
muse,
here.
man.
Go back.
Hey, you know what? That's down the pipeline for our boys that are working on a muse. So
I'm saying, how many people do I have?
Shut it, Scott.
How many people do I have to fucking fund here? All right, just build shit I want. Bell, carry on.
The same two you've been funding all along. So
Oh my God, I'm going broke here. Carry on, Bell.
all right, so Divergent Dan, I recently moved my Jackal X Jackal from wallet to wallet. Will I still be rewarded for providing liquidity for the past months, or did I mess that up for my first wallet?
Ooh, Eric, go.
Did you did you move it to a new wallet and then also liquidity provide there? Like, it's possible that both wallets will qualify for an airdrop, but the two airdrops would add up to whatever it would be if you just stayed on one wallet.
Are you waiting for me to talk here? Come on, Bell.
Otherwise, yeah, it's just the one. It would just be the first wallet that would get the airdrop, but you would still qualify either way if you participated.
By the way, I'm having such a wonderful time tonight just sitting this one out. Go, Bell.
Crypto Chicken, when is the window closing on participating with Astrovault to get in on the airdrop?
Give me that money.
I suppose the window closes once the token goes live, but at that point, APRs are live anyways. The window never closes. Participate and earn.
When is the token going live? Give me a date right now. And I know you know, dude. You keep tiptoeing around it.
We're pushing really hard for early next month.
Next month.
Mid next month to be safe, but that is our full goal right now.
So December 15th at the latest. No, I want you to say it, dude.
Benji won't let me promise that, but that is our goal.
You fucking people dance around this all the time. Benji, Evan, Ethan. Sorry, dude. You know I know. Ethan, give me a date. Give me a date right now. Come on. You guys tiptoe around this shit forever. Give me a date. December 15th. We're good to go, right?
I can tell you for a fact that it will end in Y.
You fuckers, man. I'm tired of bringing you guys on and you always dance around it. Come on. Bell, carry on. Come on.
All right. So Microman, a.k.a. Captain Jeff is great. What is 3,3?
Oh my God!
That is the epitome of game theory. I studied economic philosophy really hard in school, and I never quite got to such an advanced level where you can literally print money if you just trust them and design economies based on a 4 square designed by a kindergartner.
Yeah, Cosmos. Carry on, Bell.
All right, so new type. So with AXV going down, the staking APR goes up, which means I'm getting more of a worthless token.
Ooh, bang! Round of applause right there for that question.
No, it doesn't mean you're earning more of it. It means you're earning the same amount of a token that is worth less than it was when the price was higher. But it does mean that if you stake it to earn other things, so hopefully you think that Cosmos L1 is worth something. If you like Jackal, go get that. If you like Atom, go get that. Go get whatever you want with your AXV. We're agnostic, but yes, in general, there's a finite amount of AXV that's being printed, and more gets bought back and burned when the price is lower.
All right, so Stephen Douglas, how about a social site?
We're working on adding Alter to our site directly, where you have like a troll box. like we said, what we're doing with this public sale thing is going to be really engaging, and we want to do more things that are directly community engaging, including Scott. We'd love to do some more things with your show and your community, as honestly, this channel really is going to grow going into this bull market. You guys have
Nah,
been doing
dude,
a fantastic job.
I'm absolutely awful, man. Nobody wants to tune in and see the
Well,
old,
yeah, but
No,
Bill is
you're not.
fantastic.
Shut up.
the old fat drunk man losing his shit. Nobody wants to see this.
Actually, a lot of
That's
people
why they're
want to
saying you
see.
should run for president.
No, look, man, guys, believe it or not, I'm one of you. All right. I might have a larger fund to draw from, but what bothers you bothers me. And if you've watched this program for any length of time, I'm sure you understand that I'm asking the right questions, that people simply want to tap dance around, man. But if they're coming on here, and by the way, this is for the Ellis folks, none of them, they've never supported this channel, but they want to come on and pitch their product. That's cool. You're going to get absolutely, it's not going to go well for you, and it's not going to be me asking the questions. It's going to be the audience asking the questions. I'm sorry. No.
And with Ellis, there's a reason I have not answered your emails. I have conditions that I know Scott has forwarded on to you guys that you haven't met, though. So therefore, you are not going to be coming on the show.
No, I haven't forwarded them on. I'm good cop in this
Spicy.
situation. Anyway,
No,
carry
I
on,
am
Mel.
absolutely
We're not
beefy.
going to look, man. We're talking to Astrovault, so carry on.
All right. So that was actually the last question for the night. So
All right, Eric, all the time you want, dude. We're already wildly over time. Talk it up.
Guys,
Talk it out.
Thank you so much for having us back on the show. Thank you for being patient with us as we've gone through different negotiations and worked on our game plan for go to market. We're ready, guys. We have our plan set. We're going forward with it. You're going to start hearing a lot more about Astrovault going forward. Since you guys have been following the show and listening to Scott and watching his tutorials, you guys know way more about Astrovault than most people do. Like, we have been under the radar because we're not taking these backroom deals, but we're about to come on the scene in a really big way. We'd really appreciate your support publicly in crypto Twitter. Help answer people's questions. Help direct them to us. We're always going to be accessible and available. We believe in that. And we're going to do things differently. We will always do things differently, and we will always stand by our community. So thank you guys for believing in us, for giving us a chance, and just have our backs a little and get ready for things to get weird.
You know what? And I was almost going to let you off the hook, dude. I could right now. I could just walk away. Everybody gets a warm fuzzy coming out of here. I'm going to ask you one more question, Eric, and there's only one answer to this. I'm sorry, man, but there is only simply one answer to this. What is the purpose of a decentralized exchange? Your big screen here. Answer that question. Basically, don't get cute. What is the purpose of a decentralized exchange?
Man, you know I wanted to use big words. The purpose is freedom.
Nope.
The purpose of a decentralized exchange is freedom. Period. End of story.
It's kind of there, dude.
That is the reason that we want to build this. That is the reason it's needed. That's the reason Uniswap built their science fair project, because of Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper. So a lot of big words in it, but fundamentally, we cannot have freedom and agency over what we do with finances if we cannot permissionlessly trade. Trade is the basis of all business.
I was really hoping you would just say to swap token A for token B. I was really hoping for that answer, dude. I'm so disappointed you didn't say that. I love the freedom aspect. I agree. Dude, you know I agree. All right? Libertarian, man, all the way down. So, you know I agree with that. I was really hoping you would say swap token A for token B, and all the rest of this is window dressing. I was really hoping you'd say that. We didn't get there. All right, Evan, a heathen. I'm so sorry, brother. I am. Look, man, okay. You know what? This bottle started much higher. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not on call. I'm allowed to get lit. We don't have, we're a flash in the pan channel here. Ethan, please, sir, tell me why you stick with this. I understand that you guys are hurting right now, man. Tell me why this is a good deal. You get all the time that you want. Your big screen, man. Take it away.
So yeah, the reason I stick with this is because this is my life. There's a lot of people building in Web3 where it might be like an additional job for them. It might be a hobby, passion project. That's not the case with me and Eric. Eric and I are doing this all day, every day. This is what we eat, sleep, and breathe. I go to sleep thinking about Astrovault. I wake up thinking about Astrovault, and all we do all day is work on Astrovault, work on its growth and its expansion. This is our baby. This is the beginning of everything else that we want to do, and it makes everything else possible. And so we need it to be a success so that the people that believe in us continue to believe in us and engage us as we grow out all the things that we want to build. So thank you for everyone that's stuck with us so far and been here for the ride. And thank you to all those who come.
All right, Belle, talk us up, take us out. Had a wonderful time. We'll see you guys Thursday.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot possibly thank you guys enough.
God, it was a
We
good
do
stream.
sincerely appreciate each and every one of you guys. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on Thursday at our normal time of 6 p.m. Central Standard. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to Scott or myself, Scott at ThePodcast.com or Bella at ThePodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. And that includes questions for Ethan and Eric as well. Again, we cannot thank you guys enough, and we will see you on Thursday.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.